Ladies and gentlemen, only President Trump, and I'm going to repeat this, only President Trump could reverse 3 years of American history. Well, he's reversing 16 years, slowly but surely, of American foreign policy, failed interventions. But only President Trump could reverse 3 years of a fabricated, politicized, deliberate attempt at removing a duly elected president. The intelligence community, and if you can imagine Comey, walking the dog, and Brennan is on his bike, and McCabe is doing an oil change, it's a community. We're a part of a community. The intelligence community was utilized by the Democratic Party. That's why Comey and McCabe and Strzok and James Baker and Lisa Page and all of them are given a chance to publish articles in the Washington Post and the New York Times, and they're on CNN and MSNBC. But the Democratic Party utilized very corrupt officials to frame and set up Trump. If you didn't like Trump, then you shouldn't have elevated him, which is what the DNC and campaign emails state. Democrats cheated Bernie Sanders. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. And then when she was forced to resign, they said, oh my God, we're going to Russia. Russia wanted you to know. It's like you're in bed with 3 other people, Hawaiian tropic models, and your wife comes in the room, and you say, "Excuse me, did you even knock?" And she's like, "What? This is our bedroom. What are you even doing?" The neighbor told you to open that door into the bedroom. But what are you talking about? The neighbor never told me. You're in the room with 3 Hawaiian tropic models. We're married. No, you don't understand, honey. It's not what I'm doing now. It's who benefits from you finding out. Ever notice that neighbor, Bob, likes you? Well, obviously he wants you to know that I was in bed with 3 Hawaiian tropic models. Bob benefits from you knowing what I'm doing. That makes sense, honey. I forgive you. That's the Democratic Party. They're the ones who cheated. They're the ones who framed and set up Trump. They're the ones who cheated Bernie Sanders. And then they said, it's Russia that wants you to know. Don't you understand? Russia, 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 Russia. No, it has nothing to do with our corruption. Oh, that just happens. Oh, Bernie Sanders was cheated in 2016. Get over it. You know how many people, how many of my friends, liberals, told me to get over it? I have a good way to get over it. I'm voting Trump, baby. Trump. Yeah, I'll get over it. How about I vote Trump, huh? You like it? You like that? And then Trump's amazing. Great president. I'm voting Trump in 2020. That helps me get over the fact Bernie was cheated also in Iowa. Well, first of all, I'm a Trump supporter. But they cheated Bernie in Iowa. He was the front runner when I said he was the front runner in 2016. But now, Bernie Sanders was cheated in Iowa with an app created by Clinton campaign associates. Clinton campaign officials developed an app that miraculously didn't work. They're going to impeach Trump again, by the way, for reversing the Mueller decision on Roger Stone. And you better believe Trump is looking, hopefully, to pardon Michael Flynn and also to reverse, expunge whatever took place with Papadopoulos. And I hope eventually Assange is pardoned. You have to, if you're President Trump, erase every remnant of the Mueller probe. Every remnant. Every remnant. reverse every remnant. Now, Bernie is fighting a little bit. Maybe some people in that campaign are watching my YouTube segments. Who knows? Bernie's fighting a little bit. He's not giving them Trump. He's not going full Trump. Cajun man! Cajun man, hello! But you got to always go full Trump when people are bothering you. Go full Trump. Actually, don't talk politics. No, don't do it. Don't even joke about it, because then the TDS goes wild. Don't do it. Okay, it can start like, hey, how's it going? How was your weekend? Good. I just got to get back to my cubicle. So what do you think about your boy Trump, huh? Yeah, it's nothing. It's fine. No, it's cool. You could talk to me. Well, what do you agree with what he's doing? And whenever you hear the phrase, do you agree with what he's doing? Run. Run back to work. Run out of the store. Run home. End the phone conversation. And danger, Will Robinson. And you have such they have to create their own world, which is why now there are articles now that they want to impeach Trump again. Look, at this point right now, don't stop at 2 impeachments. If they don't give me at least 10 impeachments before November, I'm not happy. You are not doing your job. If you don't impeach Trump at least 10 times. Democrats won't rule out new Trump impeachment over Roger Stone case. Do it. Don't talk. Yap. Don't talk. Okay? Do it. Those people at the bar, they're like, yeah, what's up, man? What's up? And then their friend gets them, you're lucky. No. It's the people who don't speak. Then you have to be really worried. DeWeezel's Cure Pat. DeWeezel's Zappa to replace Pelosi. I'd rather have that. Have DeWeezel replace Pelosi. Cure Pat, thank you. I'm not so sure Frank Zappa would disagree with Trump. I mean, Frank Zappa, he spoke out against censorship. Who wants to censor? The Democrats. But here, Democrats won't rule out new Trump impeachment over Roger Stone case. Democratic Representative Emperor of the Universe Swalwell. Dun 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 dun. Emperor Swalwell. In an interview Wednesday, would not rule out a new impeachment effort against President Trump. Make sure, Emperor Swalwell, that you use the restroom before you go to any new interviews. We don't want what happened prior, which was actually, what's his name, who did it. He's the one who dealt it. It wasn't Swalwell. I did a forensic report on that on my other channel. But here you have an article. Okay, federal prosecutors on Monday had recommended a sentence of 87 to 108 months for what? In prison for Stone's conviction on 7 counts of obstruction, witness tampering, and making false statements to Congress on charges that stem from former special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Robert Mueller found no evidence that Trump or anyone around Trump worked with Russia. So what is he being... Klobuchar called for offense. I'm Amy Klobuchar. We're going to defeat Trump. Yeah, that's true. By the way, did I tell you Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee? Okay. Say it 1,000 times and click your heels, and you'll be sent to Arkansas, to Chappaqua or Little Rock. Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee. Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee. Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee. Okay? Then you'll see like Beetlejuice pop up, or you'll be swept away to Chappaqua. But she's going to be nominee. Anyway, federal prosecutors on Monday had recommended between 87 and 108 months. Oh my God, in prison for Roger Stone's conviction. 7, obstruction? There was no obstruction because there wasn't the crime. Mueller, you couldn't have obstructed the Mueller probe because there was no specific crime. The intelligence agencies are only confident the DNC was even hacked by Russia. Just because they indicted Russian intelligence officials based on CrowdStrike evidence, which was CrowdStrike was paid by the Democratic Party, just because they did that doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. They had no evidence of anything. They had no evidence. They could not say that with certainty that Russia hacked the DNC. They have this theory that they're very confident about. That's it. They're very confident about a theory. That's literally it. They're confident to highly confident. Okay? They are not certain about anything. The ODNI report and DHS report state that they're not certain about anything. All right? So the interesting thing is, they got Roger Stone on lying to Congress, lying to Congress regarding an investigation that didn't have a predicate crime. So this investigation had no predicate crime. Okay? They literally got people on the notion that because the government investigated, it was warranted, and because the government investigated knowing that they did not have evidence that a crime even occurred, but the mere fact that the investigation was ongoing meant that if any of the corrupt prosecutors or I'm with her crowd FBI agents or intelligence operatives, if they said, this person's not telling the truth, they're hurting our investigation. In fact, you forgot that you met somebody you forgot that you emailed somebody? Okay, that is obstruction. That is obstruction, and we're going to get you. And Trump's reversing this. And they're like, oh my God, how dare you? The rule of law. Roger Stone needs to be in prison for 9 years. It's the rule of law. No, it's your retribution. You lost miserably. You're going to lose again. So the only way to feel powerful, the only way to feel vindicated, the only way to get some revenge, the only way to feel that you've achieved retribution is to go after everyone that knew Trump. Whether or not these people are, like Roger Stone in a way did it to himself because he, kept lying, saying, "Oh yeah, he's this intermediary," or he knew about the DNC emails, but that never happened. So the government had no evidence. No American, nobody aside from Russian intelligence officials that they know will never come to the United States of America. But nobody, no American, Assange, no foreign national has ever been indicted on working with intelligence operatives of Russia. Why is that? If the government, if Democrats are so certain that Russia interfered in the election, where are the Americans who worked with them? Maybe because they're completely lying. They've completely fabricated everything. You have Russian intelligence officials that, didn't work with any Americans? Or what about didn't work with any publisher? Didn't work with Assange? Didn't work with anyone? How did these intelligence officials obtain the DNC emails, allegedly? Oh, they just hacked the DNC. Okay, but then if the U.S. is so confident, or if Comey and Strzok and McCabe and Clapper and Brennan are so confident that these intelligence officials gave the emails to the publisher, how come nobody at the publisher? How come Assange? How come nobody on the planet has been indicted on working with Russian intelligence officials? That's right, because the whole thing is nonsense. Because they don't know how the DNC emails were published. Because they're only confident to highly confident, not certain that the DNC was even hacked by Russia. The whole notion is absurd to begin with. Why would Russia be afraid of Clinton of all people? Adam on 3 1 4 5 8. The Democratic Party is the devil's playhouse, not to cast any aspersions. Yep. Adam on 3 1 4 5 8. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Democrats, it's kind of interesting. Like, if you watch this channel, if you watch some other channels, you realize, if you watch Styx, if you watch Tim Pool, if you watch Lionel, if you watch me, if you watch HB, if you watch some other channels, you will know that the Democratic Party is being dismantled before our very eyes. They don't see it. They don't get it. We're like light years ahead. And when you can tell everyone you know that Hillary Clinton's going to be nominee, because it ain't going to be Bernie. They're going to cheat him even worse than 2016. Biden is done. Warren is done. Klobuchar is about to be done. Mayor Pete is about to be done. And Warren has already been done. So Bloomberg doesn't, if Bloomberg spent all $70 billion on ads, he still wouldn't get charisma. So you can't. And nobody knows who Tom Steyer is. Deval Patrick, he's running, but basically, who knows? He'll get delegates, but he won't get as many as Bernie. He won't get as many as Mayor Pete. He might not get as many as Bloomberg, but he'll get enough. They'll all get enough to cancel each other out. South Carolina, Deval Patrick, Tom Steyer is supposed to win over Biden. So the whole thing is a sham and a scam and a charade. There is no Democratic Party or primary. It's a charade. It doesn't even, this is a theatrical performance. You think they really care if they make money off losing? People are like, oh, well, they would never do that, then they wouldn't win. Yeah, so what? If you got, look, if you got a raise for doing a bad job, would you, if you got a raise for doing a bad job, would you then try to do a good job at work? I mean, of course, they're getting, look, they're getting paid. They have incentive to impeach Trump again because of the ratings. Everything that's irrational. Cheating Bernie Sanders is good for Democrats. It's not bad for Democrats. They know that progressives and left-leaning people will just vote Hillary. They don't care. But they don't want her. They don't have the prerogative. She runs the political machine. Well, she wouldn't do that. I mean, she doesn't have the audacity, does she? Oh, what do you think? What do you think? Were you in the line of fire when the Crevassier bottle was being thrown on election night? Yeah, I think she has the audacity. Shoot, they would never run. They would never impeach Trump again. I mean, impeachment didn't work the first time. Yeah, they would. That's awesome. Yeah, they would. So here, but in a stunning reversal of Fox News report, leadership of the Justice Department overruled the prosecutors in the case. Oh, stunning. Oh, so stunning. Scaling back the proposed sentence for Stone. So, when Trump tweets, it's bad. But when Hillary Clinton and everyone and Pelosi, they all tweet, and every tweet, Emperor Swalwell, every tweet, Ted Lieu, Adam Schiff, when they tweet for 3 years that Trump worked with Russia, that didn't interfere in the Mueller probe. Oh, I see how it goes. But Trump, Trump, he tweeted, so it interfered, and Stone should be in prison forever for lying or, not remembering certain things. Why? Simply because he was caught up, just like Michael Flynn, just like Papadopoulos, just like all of Assange, all of these people. They're caught up in the same Democratic Party intelligence operative, intelligence chief, attempt at removing a president. The Democratic Party's electoral chances are not national security. Whether they win or not, whether they get hacked or not, it's not national security. It's completely irrelevant. If the RNC was hacked by Russia, they would send military assistance to Russia. Democrats would be like the best friends of Putin. They'd be like, oh, well, so what? Too bad for you. It happened to them. Then it's the end of the world. They don't have a vantage point. They don't have a value system. Animal on 30458. The Democratic Party is explained perfectly in Pink Floyd's Animals album. Yes. Animal on 30458. Yes, thank you. As always, Animal on 30458. Thank you. They don't care about they don't care about cheating. They don't care about cheating as long as they're doing the cheating. If it's not them doing the cheating, then they don't care. They don't care about being mean as long as they're the ones trying to insult Trump. But if Trump insults anyone, it's the end of civility. Then Michael Bloomberg has a hilarious a hilarious ad. He has such a hilarious ad he has such a hilarious ad on YouTube where you see Reagan and JFK and LBJ, which is really funny too, because if you look at all of those presidencies, maybe not so much, Reagan too. If you look at all of those presidencies, there were scandals and controversies and horrific military decisions that are far, I don't want to sneeze, they're far more, infinitely more egregious. Joe Biden, they're far more egregious than anything Trump has done. Trump is the first president to step foot in North Korea, the first president to start détente, to begin some kind of diplomatic relations between North and South Korea. Mitchell Smith, HA, more hypocrisy from the left, total antagonistic of the First Step Act. Yeah, Roger Stone is a nonviolent criminal. Thank you as always, HA. Exactly. And Mitchell Smith and everyone here, the only reason he's a criminal, so to speak, is that the United States government under Mueller and under Sessions and under establishment Republicans and Democrats, all Democrats, what they did was they said, even if we make things up, the momentum of bureaucracy, the momentum of government, when they start something, people get swept up. So they indicted people not on working with Russia, which is what the investigation was about. They indicted people on not remembering an email or not remembering something they had stated, and then utilizing that as a pretext to say, well, you would lie to Congress. You lied to. Meanwhile, Madam Secretary, you have John Brennan, you have James Clapper lied under oath numerous times. Clapper and Brennan numerous times, and they got away with it, no problem. And I'm on 31458. Mitchell Smith, thank you, Mitchell. Hope all is well, thank you. Dem politicians are terrified, excluding Tulsi, of not towing the line. They don't have exactly. They don't have anything on Tulsi. So Kelsey tried to invent something. Kelsey Bub. Oh, I love it. I love that. Yeah, Kelsey. That's a great name. Kelsey Bub. That's a great name. I think that might be my go-to now. Adamon 31458. You have created one of the greatest. I thought the Golden Mumu was great, but Kelsey Bub is fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelsey Bub will be the nominee of the Democratic Party. Yes. Beelzebub not only invented something, she throws it out there because it's kind of like chum in the water. You have the media are a bunch of sharks. And when you throw chum in the water, like, it's actually really hard to get, like, to find sharks. Like, if you just wanted to, go into the ocean and you're like, I want to find a shark, it's going to take you a while. You'd have to put a lot of chum in the water, and then it probably would take you a little while after that. Let's see, how long does it take to get sharks? 15 to 20 minutes. Nice. After you must wait a short while until it's trying to attract fish. Usually, so 15 to 20 minutes. But 20 minutes. So could you imagine? There's chum in the water. And so you're going to wait twice. So she just throws chum in the water. And she just waits. And then the media picks it up. And the media says, Hillary is called Tulsi Gabbard and not a Russian operative. They don't say without evidence. They don't say Hillary with. They don't say Hilzebub. They don't say Hilzebub without evidence claims. Revco! So Virginia has introduced legislation to become part of the electoral interstate compact. This is dangerous and could start some real conflict. I think it would be instantly struck down by the Supreme Court. Immediately struck down. I believe you're speaking about the states that are just going to go with popular vote, or states that'll just go with popular vote throughout the country. That'll immediately be struck down, I believe, Revco, by the Supreme Court. That's you do not have to be a constitutional scholar to realize that is not constitutional. You know. Beelzebub. Ladies and gentlemen, Beelzebub will be the nominee. Madam Secretary, Beelzebub. Or Hilzebub. Was it Hilzebub or Beelzebub? Hold on one second. Beelzebub. Hilzebub or Beelzebub works. Oh my goodness. So, the latest Democratic fervor comes after 4 career prosecutors withdrew from the Stone case. What do I care if 4 prosecutors, who are I'm with her people, resign in frustration? Oh, we can't put Stone. We can't ruin his life. We're that's it. I've had enough. I've had enough of working with government. You know what? If I can't ruin Roger Stone's life, I'm quitting. Like, well, okay, sorry. Go ahead and quit. Go ahead and quit. This was unlawful to begin with. It was completely unlawful to begin with. Then you have Bill Barr saying, I cannot do my job here at the Justice Department without a constant background commentary that undercuts me. Well, you know what? If you listen to the whole thing, it's not as bad. And he's probably doing it just because he wants to, like, he agrees with Trump, but he's probably, like, this is not Jeff Sessions allowing a special counsel. This is an issue where he's probably trying to, like, take the momentum away. Who knows? But the whole Stone thing, it's gotten nothing. DC is petrified that their political influence and power could be undermined by Trump or anyone else. So, Animal 1458, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. As always, Animal 1458, thank you. Revco! Not worried about a SCOTUS ruling. It is unconstitutional. I am worried about the reaction from the left when it is struck down. These LARPers get mad. You know, the left, I was on the left my whole life. They're all talk and no show. I'm not talking about certain groups, but The certain groups need certain cities to work in. I'm not going to bring the names up, but they're not. If you go to downtown LA, if you go to any part of LA where there are gangs, for example, and there are gangs that control certain sections of every major city, not just Los Angeles, you will never find left-leaning groups protesting because they would not last long. They would not last long. So you have people who will not allow that type of thing in their neighborhoods or in their vicinity. So, if it's Portland, fine. You can't duplicate Portland in LA or other cities. It's not going to happen. Revco, thank you. I agree. Look, you do have people who claim, we're going to take it to the streets, but there are people at the streets waiting. That's the problem, and they don't care. The people who really take it to the streets are not political. They actually just enjoy whatever happens, or they're used to whatever happens on the streets. So it's not like the cameras, when they show the protesters, that is like propaganda from the left. That's propaganda from the left. Agent Pepsi won! H.A. Hillary does what she does because she's completely protected, as she has information showing Obama was in it. I respectfully disagree, but I think that she does what she does just because it's a political machine, like Tammany Hall, like the 1800s, and Kilsey-Bub knows that the money flows through. Where the money flows through, Agent Pepsi 1, that's the real power. It's where the money goes. There's no money in the Democratic Party without Kilsey-Bub. So there's no money in the Democratic Party without Kilsey-Bub. Okay? Hillary and Beelzebub combined in a beautiful semantic loveliness. That's so awesome. They just want retribution. All they want is retribution. They don't care about the rule of law. The rule of law states that people should not be swept up in show trials, should not be swept up in these overreaching, endless special counsels where you just say that we have a lot of suspicion that something could have taken place, and because you have the suspicion, you just interrogate a whole bunch of people, and the FBI agents could be lying. That's another issue. Why? It's interesting how they assume the FBI, they assume Strzok wasn't lying when he set up and framed Michael Flynn. So it's like, exactly, holy jeepers, exactly. No reasonable prosecutor should care about the rule of law. Exactly. The double standard when it comes to Clinton, it's just, it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. The double standard when it comes to that is, it's just unbelievable. And it's the type of thing where they think they're winning every time they get away with something, when in reality, they just add on to the corruption, where eventually the average person is like, The average person, like, we've had enough, and we're voting Trump. Because the thing is, you cannot, people don't, they don't vote based on negative emotions. Mr. Tech applied for. Here's the Donnie baseball. Yes. Mattingly. Don Mattingly. Yes. Let's look at Don Mattingly's stats for a second. Just running out of steam here. Let's go. Okay. Don Mattingly. I think Don Mattingly should be in the Hall of Fame. I really do. 307 career batting average. He had 222 homers, but he had a 307 career batting average. And he was doing things like, he was batting 343. Check out this run from 84. I mean, I think that he should be in the Hall of Fame, but from 84 to 89, was there a better, or from 84, yeah, from 84 to 90, well, no, 89. Was there weren't many, was there a better baseball player out there from 84 to 89, better hitter? I mean, there 343, 324, 352. That's insane, and that's before steroids, and that's before everyone was just given fastballs to hit because they want to strike people out. That's before the whole Moneyball thing made baseball very different. In the 80s, nobody was batting 343 with 23 homers or 324 with 35 homers. That didn't happen until like the 90s. In 84, he batted 343, 23 homers, 110 ribbies. 85, 324, 35 homers, 145 ribbies. 86, 352. 352, 31 homers. 31 homers, 113 RBIs. And then in 87, 327, 30 homers. And then 88, he tailed down a little bit, 311, 18. But then he batted 303 in 89 with 23 homers and 113 ribbies. So he was really good. He was really good. Really, really good. But, so anyway, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. You know, if you have certain players going in now that I wouldn't rank alongside Don Mattingly. Anyway, I think Tom Glavine's already in the Hall of Fame. Joe Biden, I have more hair than you can handle. Listen, fat. That's my Biden imitation in Iowa. Vice President Biden, if you could just pay attention to me. Vote for Trump. What? Vote for Trump. If you don't like me, vote for Trump. Okay. And they all voted for somebody else. So it's like the Democratic Party, all they have is impeachment. And they honestly should impeach Trump again, just for the entertainment value. Just so Trump could be like, what? You can't be serious. They're going to be like, the actual articles themselves of impeachment, too, because everything has to have a sequel. It's going to be Belzery. That's a good one, Belzery, versus Trump again. Clinton versus Trump again, but it'll be 2. This will be impeachment part 2. And then, like, we, the House of... The articles will be... the Congress of the United States of America have decided that Roger Stone was sentenced to 9 years, and we see that Trump has intervened, and by the powers vested in us, and if anyone doesn't say anything, this is in another impeachment, because Stone should be there for 9 years. Yes, 9 years. And then you'll get like a CBS News poll says, 50.01% of Americans agree that Stone should be in prison for 9 years. This is a big problem. So they're the ones who are they're the ones who are going to be like, they're the ones who are going to be like so outraged every second that their treachery isn't legitimized. See, they're used to people giving in. Now, Bernie is slowly fighting. We'll see what happens. I think that he should continue to fight. I'm proud of him. Because Chuck Todd wanted his medical records. He was like, yeah, you know what? I hid them where the sun don't shine. Why don't you try to find them? Huh? I like that. With he's like basically, fighting back a little bit. I like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what else is going on? Let's see. What when you type in Trump. And you have Mitch McConnell and Barr. They're like, calm down, Mr. President. You're not allowing us to do our job. The whole thing's a game anyway. Because then media, that kind of cools down media. They're like, you see, we're going to impeach Bill Barr. Wait, Bill Barr said that Trump should stop tweeting. We love Bill Barr. Oh, no. Our program is messed up. We don't know what to do. Short circuit. See, they get programmed every day. House should start impeachment proceedings against Bill Barr. And defund probes. They want to... the House wants to defund, hit the probe into Comey, but they wanted to, give all the funding in the world to the Mueller probe. I love it. If Barr won't resign, House should start impeachment proceedings against him. For what? For what? This is Elizabeth Warren. For what? This is hilarious. With people not doing something, that's right. And with people not doing something, I mean, right now, we should be calling for the Attorney General to resign for what? Why? What Barr has done should mean that we are demanding a resignation. For what has he done? He reduced the sentence for Roger Stone. He should resign. So what? It's his prerogative. It's his prerogative. Why is it so important that Roger Stone be sentenced to 9 years to Elizabeth Warren? Okay? She's taking like $3 from college students because her campaign has no money. So, Bloomberg, I bill myself as the un-Trump. Yeah, that's why you went golfing with Trump every chance you could. There's nothing he can say that will hurt me. There's nothing that he says that hurts anyone. It's all nonsense. The people that go after him should always expect that he retaliates. Then when they go after him, he retaliates. They say, oh, how dare you? Todd Rubel, Hunter for Man of the Year. Todd, thank you. Corn Pop. Oh, that was one of the other. They should do a Biden greatest hits. Fat. Corn pop. Grape nuts. No, I know that Bernie is part of the machine, but at least he's getting a little bit annoyed. I missed a super chat. Oh, yeah, Hunter, Man of the Year, Todd Rubble. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. I'm running out of steam. I will be here later tonight at around 10:30 p.m. or so. So, please be here. To my super chat, thank you. Everyone, thank you so very much. To Eric H526, Luke St. Martin, thank you. Everyone, God bless. Everyone subscribe to Eric H526's channel. He has a great channel on gaming. If you enjoy gaming, subscribe. Thank you, everybody. God bless. I'll see you tonight.